Hey friends, today we are going to be making a baby jumpsuit with buttons, collar and ruffle design. This tutorial is very beginners friendly. Anyone can make this jumpsuit by just watching this video. So if you're interested to learn how to make this, then let's begin. So guys, to make the jumpsuit, you'll be needing 1 yard of fabric of choice. This is a cotton fabric, it's medium weight. You'll be needing preferred button types. I have these buttons I use for it. You'll be needing matching thread, you'll be needing elastic. I'm supposed to use white, but I have black, so I'll be making do with this. You need chalk to mark, scissors to cut, and of course your sewing machine. So we are starting with the top part of the jumpsuit first. So here is the top part fabric. I am going to fold it into two and then fold again. Now the open part is going to be the front part. Don't worry about the button overlap. We'll attach it later. Okay, so folded part is the center back. Open part is the center front. The length I have here for the top part is 9.5. It's supposed to be 9 inches, and then I added half inch for joining to the trouser. On fold here, I have enough to cover my chest measurement plus sewing allowance, which is 7.5 right here. So we are going to be taking the shoulder measurement. For the shoulder, I use 5 inches. Now for the armhole, I will also use 5 inches. So from shoulder down to the armhole, a straight line. Now right here is where we'll mark the chest measurement. So for that, I am marking 7 inches on the chest, and on the waistline, I am marking 6.5 inches. Now connect like so. Take the armhole curve this way. So for the neck measurement, I will use 2.2 for the neck width, and for the back neck, I will use 0.75. So we'll curve this to get our neckline. Now connect a slanted shoulder to the end of the neck like so. Okay, so this is it. Let's cut it. Okay, so this is the back. We'll take it away. We'll deepen the front neckline. So use 0.75 for the back neckline depth. So for the front neckline, we'll use 1.75 more. So this is the front and the back. So we'll be cutting the trouser part. For the trouser part, the length I am using here is 19 inches. I'll measure 8 inches from the side and mark it. And then come down 9 inches for the crotch depth. Also mark 8. I'll also mark 8 inches here and connect straight. Because it's a jumpsuit, it is supposed to be free, especially for babies that are still wearing diapers, so that there will be enough room to accommodate the diaper. So we are going to mark crotch extension. I like to extend it by 1 inch. So 1 inch to extend the crotch. It is here, and then just give it a slight curve like this. Not think too much about this, just a curve. Just the way we also curve out our armhole. Okay, it's the same thing. On the bottom, I'll mark 7 inches. Then connect like so. I'll go ahead and cut. After cutting this out, we will head over to the sewing machine to stitch. Alright, so here I have already joined the top parts on the shoulder, and I'm going to make a mark where we will be attaching the ruffle. So from the end of the front and the back, I left 1.5 inches, and then I took measurements of the remaining side there, which I have 15 inches. So we'll be cutting the fabric at 15 times 2. The fabric that we'll be using to make the ruffle is going to be 30 inches long, or 31 inches, because we are going to be folding the both ends. So after folding the ends, we'll go ahead and make ruffles with the fabric. So here are the pieces of fabric that I cut out to use for the ruffle. They are 4 inches wide and 31 inches long, like I said earlier. So I will just go ahead and curve out the ends. You can make this curve if you want or not. It depends on you. So curve out the both ends. I was actually supposed to join the other end here, but I forgot. So when cutting, if you want the both ends to have a curve, you just join them, then curve out the shape you want, and then trim it off. So after trimming, I'll go ahead and hem the curved part, which is going to be the outside part of the ruffle. When I was done with the hemming, I went ahead to make the ruffles but with my hand. I prefer to do it this way because it's faster. Get the top and make a mark on where you want to attach the ruffles on. So I'll first of all place it this way and stitch. Afterwards, I will turn it over and make a top stitch. So I'll place it this way from the mark we made. I'm going to run the stitch. After you're done with one side, go ahead and repeat the same thing on the other side. Next is to attach the sleeve. So I'm going to take measurement of around the armhole, so I'll know the exact measurement of sleeve head that I'll be cutting. This is a fabric piece for the sleeve. I'll fold it into 2. Now the length of this sleeve, I'm using 12 inches for the length. Then on fold, I have 6 inches. So for the sleeve depth, that is the cap height, I use 2.5 inches. So mark it at the open side of the fabric. Now for the round sleeve, I marked 4 inches. 4 inches for the round sleeve. I am going to draw a diagonal line from the head of the sleeve to that 4 inches, just like this. Okay, just watch what I am doing. This is very easy to make. Now mark the middle of that diagonal line. This will help you to know where to end the curve and then deepen it just the way I am demonstrating. Okay, so just make a curve from the sleeve head, stop at that ½ inch, then take a deep curve to the end of the sleeve, just like I am doing here. Okay, just see the way I am demonstrating here. It is that easy. Now on that round sleeve measurement, I marked 4 inches, and I'm going to be adding 1 inch sewing allowance, which gives me 5.5. Okay, so I'll mark the same 5.5 on the end of the sleeve, because we are going to be having a ruffle, no, I mean an elastic at that end. So I'll just take it straight down and our sleeve is ready. I'll cut it out. So I'm supposed to have 2 of these, so I'll use this to trace out on the for the other sleeve. Go ahead and attach the sleeve. After fixing the sleeve on the armhole, we'll cut the elastic that we'll be using to make the puff at the end. So I cut out two pieces of elastic at 8 inches long. Now I'm going to go ahead and fix it at the end of the sleeve like so. I will fold it and stitch. So at the beginning I intentionally stitched on the elastic so it doesn't pull out as I am stitching and dragging. Then while I am moving forward, I do not stitch on the elastic so the elastic does not stay stiff. When I also get to the end, I run a stitch across the elastic to hold it in place. So this is the outcome. What I did for this part, I will also repeat same on the other part. Now I'll be joining the sides. So I matched the sleeves and the sides and I went ahead to join. I joined this with about 0.75 inches, by the way, because I don't want to take out too much so it's not going to be tight on my baby. Now to the trouser part. I joined the center back and I'm going to stitch it. Make sure you stitch this, either you stitch this 2 times so it doesn't loosen quickly, or you use a tighter stitch. After joining the center back, I will now pleat this a bit. If you can remember, the top waistline is smaller than the trouser waistline. Okay, so I just pleated it so that it will align with the top waistline. Now I'm going to join the top to the trouser. After joining the top and the trouser, I am going to fold the end of the trouser. So as you all know, there is also elastic at the end of the trouser, which I cut out 9 inches length of elastic here. And you remember the way we attached the elastic on the sleeve part? That is also the same way we are going to be attaching this elastic on the trouser part. Okay, so just go ahead and attach the elastic on both legs of the trouser. The next thing I did was to join the front crotch together and close the ending part. I measured 7 inches down from the waistline and then I closed the ending part of the crotch just like this. Now the other parts are open for the bottom placket. Then go ahead and join the under part of the trouser. The under part of the trouser, that is the crotch, the under crotch area, and then join that part as well, just like I am doing here. Next thing is to fix the button placket, and to do that I cut out two pieces of fabric, one for each side. This is 4 inches wide and the length is enough to cover the jumpsuit and remaining. So I'll place it from inside out and stitch. I'll stitch on 1/2 inch. After stitching from the inside, go ahead and make a fold to form the button placket on the right side. Okay, then make a top stitch. So this is it. The same thing I did with one part, I will repeat on the other part. After forming the placket, choose the part that you want to be under and then cut off the excess. Now go ahead and cover the upper one and align it, arrange it properly. Actually, this was supposed to be done before joining the back piece, but since we've joined it, if you're doing it this way, make sure that you take everything out of the way when you're stitching this. Okay, so I folded the end inwards so that when I make a top stitch, everything comes out neat. So after that, I will measure the neckline. I took the neckline measurement from where the placket ends, and what I got here was 6 inches. Now for the collar, I have cut a piece of fabric for it, which I will fold 2 times. For the collar height, I measured 3 inches. I marked 3 inches. On the open part, which is the part we'll be fixing on the neckline, I marked 6.5 inches, while on the folded part, I marked 7 inches. So I will connect the line like so. Here I went up by ½ inch and connected back to the 3 inches line. I'll go ahead and cut it out. I'll stitch at ½ inch to close the 2 sides of the collar. After which I'll turn it to the right side, push out the angle so it comes out sharp. Then I'll make a top stitch to make the collar more relaxed. After stitching the collar, I went ahead to pin it around the neckline. I also have this piece of fabric that I cut on bias. Look at the way I folded it at the end right there to cover the rough edges on the neckline. So I'll be stitching it along with the collar. Hello. I talk. Hello, Mama. How are you? Alright, so when you get to this end, you also fold in the bias just like we did at the beginning. Now go ahead and fold it over and make a top stitch to give the neckline a neat finishing. So friends, if you have watched to this point, I hope you take a moment and give this video a thumb up, and if you are yet to subscribe, do well to hit the subscribe button and turn on notification, because I am bringing more beautiful baby tutorials on this page. Next is for you to go ahead and fix your buttons, and that's it for today's tutorial. I hope you had fun making this just as I did. See you in the next one. Bye.